I am not going to wait for anybody to come in, and I'm going to try to make this really quick because tomorrow's the first day of school and my baby's back in the classroom. I'm so happy. So happy for her. She's excited. This has been like such a crazy year. I mean, this pandemic, like I remember SARS, I remember H1N1. I mean, I remember other pandemics before epidemics or whatever. But you know, COVID is just one of those things where I've just felt like, real life, intrinsic reality, and just hype just don't align. It just does not align. And I feel like whoever was in charge of whatever, they just politicized this pandemic so much that, I feel like any logical person has a right to have reasonable doubt about almost anything that they hear, especially when the mainstream media outlets, the source for information, has been drastically wrong. They've been revealed several times in undercover videos showing how they were orchestrating or instructed to hype up the pandemic, show death numbers, show new cases, so that the public in an emotional frenzy. And here they go, messing with my free speech. Let's see what Google's going to do. Because my Wi Fi says that I'm all good. So, what are you doing, Google? Like, because they always mess with my streams when there are narratives that are falling apart so grossly, just don't make any sense. So, I was reading, actually, someone sent me this article. And this was actually in response to a post that I put on LinkedIn, about um, just experts. I feel like, experts are really overstepping their lanes to try to keep this narrative going. So you got judges taking parents' kids away, parents are losing custody over their children because they're not vaccinated. There was another young brother who, as a condition of his probation, had to get a vaccine within 2 months of the judge's order. So we see all of this extra unethical, unethical, extreme propaganda, extreme behaviors coming from all of these so called subject matter experts. And yet, what they're saying and what is being reported does not align. Okay, so this is an article that was published in Bloomberg, and let me make sure. And this was published on August 22nd, 2020. So a couple of days ago, right? About a week ago, right? And this is what the article was titled: "The Vaccinated Are Worried and Scientists Don't Have Answers." Okay. In that article, it says anecdotes tell us that what the data can't. Vaccinated people appear to be getting the coronavirus at a surprisingly high rate, but exactly how often isn't clear, nor is it certain how likely they are to spread the virus to others. Though it is evident vaccination still provides powerful protection against the virus, there's growing concern that vaccinated people may be more vulnerable to serious illness than previously thought. Okay? There's a dearth of scientific studies with concrete answers, leaving public policymakers and corporate executives to formulate plans based on fragmented information. While some are renewing mask mandates or delaying office reopenings, others cite the lack of clarity to justify staying the course. It can all feel like a mess. Now, this is Bloomberg, right? We have to be humble about what we do know and what we don't know, said Tom Frieden, a former director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the head of the nonprofit Resolve to Save Lives. There are few things we can say definitively. One is that this is a hard question to address because it's an ethical question. It's an ethical question. How would you mandate something, right, without having sufficient data? Bring the data that is being provided and I'm not the CDC. This is not a video to discredit any healthcare authorities. This Bloomberg article is public information. Anybody, it was published on August 22nd. But what I'm saying is, you don't have enough definitive information mandating anything, especially when these vaccines clearly, although may be a protection, are not as effective as they have been led to be seen as. And it says, in lieu of answers, what has emerged is a host of case studies providing somewhat different pictures of breakthrough infections. So these people who have taken the vaccines, they are the ones who are having these breakthrough infections. And I want to read another article about the situation in Chicago, because this is, to me, the most damning case study of this vaccination mandate, why they should not be mandating it. Because I want to get to that article too, but I want to go with the Bloomberg variables, including when the surveys were conducted, whether the Delta variant was present, how much of the population was vaccinated, and even what the weather was like at the time, make it hard to compare results and suss out patterns. It's difficult to know which data might ultimately carry more heft. Right? What's up, Richard? I'm talking about vaccine mandates, right? And here's the thing. I believe in taking measures in the interest of public health. What I don't believe in is infringing upon individual rights without sufficient data. And so now you have all these corporations who have jumped on the vaccine mandate train, right? You have, all these local governments, you have judges mandate vaccines as a stipulation, for probation and keeping their children. I posted that earlier. A woman lost her parental rights because she refused to get the vaccine. And this judge, this asshole judge, who is clearly outside of his bounds and should, by right, in my opinion, be taken off the stand. He should not be a judge anywhere. He took this woman's parental rights because she would not take a vaccine that they just don't have enough data to support mandating. It's not bulletproof as they want us to believe. They should be able to answer questions. I mean, you go into this Bloomberg article and the scientists can't answer the question. Why is it that these vaccinated people are the ones with this heightened sense? I mean, this article is being very explicit here, where it's like, absent of clear public health messaging, vaccinated people are left confused about how to protect themselves. Just how vulnerable they are is a key variable, not just for public health officials trying to figure out, say, when booster shots might be needed, but also to inform decisions about whether to roll back reopenings amid a new wave of the virus. On a smaller scale, the unknowns have left music lovers unsure if it's okay to see concerts and prompted fresh round of hang wink. I don't know. I'm going away from that. In lieu of the answers, blah, blah, blah. What has emerged is a host of case studies providing a somewhat different picture of breakthrough infections, right? Variables including when the surveys, okay, I already said that. Okay, I want to get back to, there was another. The way that this Bloomberg article is reading, they don't have enough clinical data, is what a lot of these individual people who are doing the research, doing the science is saying. They don't have enough independent data, right? And what's more crazy is the vaccinated are more infectious and they may possibly have other health risks that this article, according to Bloomberg, they are not sure what they're at risk for, and yet they have the audacity to mandate this vaccine. And corporations, the private sector, everybody want to make Pfizer and Moderna and all these other motherfuckers money, right? That they're sitting up there mandating this shit without having proper data. And I'm like, where is the ethics? Where's the corporate ethics? Where's the governmental ethics? Where's the healthcare ethics? It's like, this is absurd. This is tyranny. This is absolute tyranny. It's tyranny. Now, I want to get to this other article that somebody sent to me because this shit is mind-boggling to me. And I'm sorry about my language, y'all. If y'all been following me for a minute, y'all know when I get passionate, shit come out. I'm sorry. But this shit pisses me off because they're like, my thing is, stop freaking mandating shit. Here's Kid Rock, right? Kid Rock cancels Billy Bob's concert after band members catch COVID-19. Now get this. Here's Kid Rock. I'm pissed over half the bands has fucking COVID, not me. And for, US, for those, I guess he's saying not shit for brains, bloggers and media trolls. Excuse me. Been talking all day. He says, many of them, like me, have been vaccinated, right? So this man had to stop his show, vaccinated, because his band members have COVID-19, right? Now, maybe the severity of the Delta variant may not be as bad for them, but it's still stopping their hustle. This shit is crazy. But there's an article that this brother sent to me, and he just making so much sense because it's about the outbreak in Chicago, right? So you guys can find these articles too, but this is NBC Chicago 5, right? And here they go. Google demons messing with my Wi-Fi. I have all bars over here. So let me check. Can you guys let me know? Let me see if they don't mess with my mic too, because when these demons start getting busy with my audio, okay, cool, audio good. When these demons start getting busy, they start getting busy. Little cyber demons. Hope y'all go to hell with gasoline on your drawers. All right, but here we go. This is Chicago 5, right? Y'all gonna look at my bold phone. But there you go, Chicago 5. I don't make anything up. I just look at information, I ascertain it, and I connect dots. That's what I do, right? So I don't listen to people like, oh, you listen to Fox, and I'm like, bruh, I don't listen to nobody but myself. What I do is I'm an information gatherer, meaning that I take in and absorb information from a variety of sources, and then I tie that information, back to real life. And I look at what I know, and then I make my judgments myself. So ain't no listening to Fox and you conservatives, so you listen to Republicans. I ain't no Republican. Like, none of that shit. I'm tired of some of these ignorant ass people making assumptions about what people do and how they get their information. I'm not a fucking bandwagon. All right, so cable news don't really do too much shit for me. Yeah, I listen to a Fox, the information, but I'm not loyal to any news station. And people need to stop being loyal to almost anything these days and kind of get back to some individual rationality. But I want to get to this article, y'all, and thank you for joining. What's up? I got some new people coming in. Peace to you, my friend Tiff. What's up? It's good to see you. But let me know if they cut me off because they be on some other shit, right? But you guys can check this. This is NBC Chicago, right? Headline: 159 dead, 593 hospitalized in Illinois, breakthrough COVID cases. Now, listen to the language on these people: breakthrough COVID cases. More than 150 people have died, and nearly 600 have been hospitalized in Illinois due to COVID-19, in quote. Now, they got this shit in quote, breakthrough cases, after they were fully vaccinated, according to health officials. What's up, Ted? You know what? They were censoring me, and I'm like, I'm just gonna start calling y'all out. Because, somebody gonna get pissed, a shareholder or somebody gonna get pissed. And y'all gonna stop this bullshit. Or a second market is gonna come up. Okay, according to the data updated Wednesday by the Illinois Department of Public Health, 159 people in Illinois have died due to COVID-19 or complications after being fully vaccinated. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? And they got the audacity to mandate this shit. That figure equates to 2.3% of COVID-19 deaths in the state since January 1st, officials say. Right? At least 593 fully vaccinated people have been hospitalized in Illinois, says their health department. The state only reports breakthrough infections among those who have been hospitalized or died, following guidance from the CDC. Those totals mean 8 more fully vaccinated individuals have died and 30 more have been hospitalized in the past week since the state last updated its reported numbers. So do you guys see what I'm saying here? And I'm not telling people do or don't get a vaccine. That is your own damn decision, and that is something that you need to be consulting with a doctor. All right? I'm not about to shame nobody for not having a vaccine or having one. That's your business. Just stay the fuck out of mine. And I say that very adamantly. Stay out of my business. I'm not asking you what your vaccination status is because I don't give a damn. Right? That's between you and your doctor. Right? And whatever company that you working for that's mandating you to have the shit. Right? And everybody needs to have a plan B. Okay? Everybody needs to have a plan B. And if your company is on the verge of mandating that shit, have B and make sure you get fired. Sure they for not getting the vaccine. Because I got a feeling that companies are biting the bait, jumping on the emotionally ignorant bandwagon, and I feel like a lot of companies might see a lot of lawsuits down the road because if you fire somebody, to me seeing the demons, cyber demons, making me take a vaccine, and I don't wish to have that a part of my healthcare regimen, is duress. It's a form of duress. It's a form of duress. You're threatening my livelihood, putting me under duress so that I can take this vaccine that the FDA decided to just magically approve. And all this data is suggesting that not only should it not be approved maybe right now, it really shouldn't even be mandated to anybody right now. And yet, here they are. You guys think I'm about to retire for the night because tomorrow, oh, here they go. Cyber demons. I'm telling you, these little demons, I'm about to get off Google. So just stop messing with my broadcast so I can say bye to people. Damn. A lot of people are making career changes because of the mandate, including myself. I'm at the point where I'm just preparing myself for anything. Let me make sure I got my camera. or whatnot. Okay, I want to make sure they didn't change my mic because they do all kinds of crazy stuff. But you got to have a plan B because the private sector to me, they would have been the ones to be the last stand for the people if the government just got ridiculous. But the private sector has sold out too. So I almost believe that there's going to be like this second market that arises out of all this crazy stuff. And I think that bullshit are literally going to get betrayed. I feel like a lot of people are going to get betrayed. And you're smart, Tiff. Start thinking about what you can leverage. I mean, if everything is going digital anyways, leverage the digital space, right? A lot of people are making money online, whether it's YouTube or some other way of leveraging their ability. Here they go. These little assholes. I swear, they just offer. But get in the digital space. Hell, maybe find some way to get rid of, compete with Alphabet. These assholes messing with my broadcast. I don't know if it's StreamYard or Google, but they keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. But anyways, y'all have a wonderful night. To get my butt in bed. It's back to the old routine, kinda. I wish they would just let people get back to normal and abandon their little crazy schemes. Because here's the thing: when you have emotionally ignorant people running a show, and when you think about a lot of these people running the show right now, these Democrats, they're not, to me, stable people. They are beta people. They are insecure people that have gotten power, and the worst thing you can do is give an insecure person power. The worst thing you can do is put them on some virtue, self righteous pedestal and so that they can super flex on all the people that they can compete with or feel secure around on a normal day. This is what we're dealing with. And this is not being like mean or anything, but this is real life. It's a lot of insecure people that have positions of power. And these people are flexing their powers in the most egregious ways, infringing upon people's liberties, their dignity. I mean, this is what is going on in the world today, and I hope that people are real woke. I'm not talking about that woke to your broke, woke to the things that you didn't want to be accountable of knowing or recognizing. I'm talking about real woke people who can look at the world around them and understand beyond the idea of struggle what the hell is going on and start connecting dots yourself. And that is my encouragement to people. So again, I'm about to go to bed. Tomorrow's the first day of school and sign my baby off. I coach my baby. If you got kids out there, coach your babies. Let them know what they like with some of these teachers, man, because even in a private school, they're doing some crazy shit now. So you really have to watch what your kids are doing, but you also have to be that sort of secondary force. What did you learn today? What did they say that made you feel awkward? Like I already told my daughter, ain't no. How do you feel about being a girl? I'm a girl. Don't let nobody tell you to feel weird about being a girl. Don't let nobody try to convince you because some wacky ass liberal parent then told their child at some young tender age that you can be whatever you want to be. And then, to me, I think some of these parents, it's like the moms are screwed up. The mom wanted a girl and got a boy, so now she's telling little Timmy that he can be a boy or be a girl. And it's, oh, I let my kid be, it's gender fluid. We didn't have no gender reveal. It's like, honey, your baby was born with balls. That is a boy. Now, if you want to fuck with your kid's mind and program him into believing that he can be a girl, that's on you. And I hope that one day, because there's a lot of people, I don't know if you guys look at YouTube, there's this, I got to find the station and I'll link it, where there's a lot of these gender dysphoria adults who, there's support group for these people. And this one lady, she was convinced by her teacher that she was actually interested in girls, and that's what her mind.
She joined this group. She is happily married to a man and have a child. And she was talking about how the teachers, they are planting the seeds of some of these ideas in these kids' minds. And you add that with the agenda in the music industry, right? Where they're promoting JoJo Siwa is now bi or she's gay or she's a lesbian or whatever. And now JoJo Siwa's, this grown ass 18-year-old girl started off selling bows. No shade selling bows, but now it's like now you coming out that you're lesbian. So that's your next phase. Then all these little girls that done bought into JoJo Siwa because of her business model of bows, now they gotta buy into her sexuality. And it's like, guess what, JoJo Siwa? Don't nobody give a fuck if you a lesbian. You could have kept that shit to yourself. Because in society today, it has never been wrong, and I'm 38 years old. Never has it been wrong in society, and people have not accepted the fact that there's gay and lesbian individuals in society. Where society is getting confused is because you got all these other colorful motherfuckers adding letters to the acronym. Now you LBGTXY and Z and shit, and all these people want to be all colorful and shit, and they can't even be consistent in what the fuck they are. Look at Demi Lovato. I'm non-binary, but my sexuality is ever changing. So basically, you telling everybody that some of y'all got psychological problems, y'all got identity problems, and it ain't got nothing to do with who you are biologically and being disassociated from it. Because listen to what Demi Lovato said recently. She said, "One day I can just say that I'm a woman, right? So I'm gender fluid. The fluidity is still something that I'm understanding. It's like, you know what? It's something that you're understanding because it's something that you're making up along the damn way. Jumping on a bandwagon of some bullshit that you can't even believe and keep your story straight on. And this is what these crazy ass insecure people are feeding their children. And I ain't trying to be funny. There's a lot of beautiful women out there. There's bitches that look way better than me. Way better than me. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm an ugly bitch, right? But I know that there's bitches that look way better than me, right? But here's some real shit. I don't take any type of advice or any type of like bandwagon rhetoric from people that, obviously is only kicking it with their cats on the weekend. It's not that you kicking it with your cat on the weekend because you working on a project, you working on a book, and you just want to focus. You kicking it with your cats on the weekend because you're socially awkward or that you can't meet some standard of society and you're insecure about that. That is therapy. Don't put your shit on me and don't put your shit on my kids. And that is what some of these teachers are doing. Look at most teachers, right? If you ever want to know how balanced your teacher is, you know what I mean? Get to know them. And if they single and they got a cat, make sure you watch your kid around that teacher. Because that teacher is probably riddled with insecurities. Watch out for the teachers that are single with even just one damn cat, because they beta fucking people and they probably in school using their authority of education to confuse your damn children. And that's the realest shit of all. They can't stick to who they say they are. They can't. And Jimmy Lovato honestly let the agenda out the bag because her ass can't even do an interview and keep her mind straight on what the hell. Like, look at some of these passionately and people just praying. Look at how these people look. Now the liberals are the ones who got Hollywood. The liberals got the media. The liberals got the mainstream music. They're the ones setting the standard for all these ideas of beauty, right? And then you got all these people who cannot measure up to those standards of beauty and character, right? You got to be cool. You got to be confident, right? You got to be kind of how some of these Kevin Samuel motherfuckers thinking, right? Instagram great, Instagram superficial, Instagram this, Instagram moded. That's what the liberals are putting out, and most motherfuckers, excuse me, average people cannot live up to that. They will not live up to that standard of beauty and character, and that's just the truth. Right? So these people are miserable. What's up, Marshall? Yeah, I'm just I was talking about the vaccines and some of these passionately liberals, right? But, I listen to some of them and then I look at some of them. And I'm sorry, there is just a reoccurring pattern. These people, for the most part, most of them, they are insecure about something else. And so they go into these positions like social work and teaching where they can be perceived as helping another kid deal with the insecurity. Teachers are nothing more than some of these little beta people therapists out there who are solving their fucked up life issues vicariously through their clients. Teachers are solving, some of these teachers, most of these teachers are solving their frustrations and insecurities vicariously through teaching your children bullshit to make them frustrated and insecure and have some level of dysphoria about themselves. That is the fucking plot. That is the plot, right? You see your Lil Nas X's and your JoJo Siwas, right? They're all part of connect the motherfucking dots, right? Fabian socialists, right? How do they turn any type of country socialist or communist? They infiltrate the major institutions there. Education, entertainment, those are the primary influential institutions. And these socialists have figured out a way to infiltrate them. And so you have here who are by far the most fucked up. They're not the smartest. They have access to technology, but they are not critical thinkers. They are by far the dumbest and most emotionally unintelligent generation there is because they have emotionally unintelligent teachers. Liberals push agenda, and most of their lives don't reflect what no, some of them are deviants. You look at some of these teachers, pornography, sleeping with the kids. These are liberal teachers. These are liberals. Some of these are liberals. Not saying all of them, but a lot of those go back in every case where there's a deviant targeting one of their children's students. That person was voting Democrat. So watch your kids. They're about to start school. If some are already in school, and just be that partner with your kids. Don't let these teachers, these ignorant ass, some of them, because there are some good teachers. I don't want to discredit all the teachers, right? Because there are some teachers that are taking care of business. They care about their students. They're about focusing on the fundamentals to make our kids competitive and competent globally instead of emotional wrecks with gender dysphoria, like a lot of these emotionally ignorant people who are being paid with our taxpayers' money in a damn union. I mean, why are taxpayer funds unionized or able to be? I don't know. Be unionized.
Here they go. Silence. But I'm gonna say it again. Let me get back to my audio because they probably they didn't mess with the audio. I'm gonna say it again. Teachers shouldn't be unionized. They're taxpayer funder roles. They shouldn't be unionized. The teachers union make enough money. The NEA gets enough funding for them to pay them teachers to do that damn job without them being unionized. So you all have a wonderful evening. I said I was going to cut this off like 12 minutes ago, and yet here I'm still going. But y'all have a wonderful evening. Like I said, protect your kids. Pay attention to what's going on around you, and just keep yourself safe. Like I said, I don't tell people to get vaccines. I don't tell people not to get vaccines. I tell people to do whatever is best for them and consort with your doctor in terms of the best healthcare plan for you individually, right? But do your research. And I'm talking about research beyond mainstream media outlets who are obviously paid to push a narrative, right? Instead of pushing out all the informations that Americans should know. So again, Bloomberg article that I quoted earlier, It was published August of this year on the 22nd, last week. So check it out and let me know what you think and share and engage. And if you feel like this would be beneficial, definitely encourage people to subscribe. Thanks and have a good evening. Bye.